Okay, bass lines, bass lines, bass lines. As you can see, the Jackson Fairy has blessed us with all the Jacksonness. Not the Jackson 5 though, that would be really cool. Because they would think, oh baby, give me one more chance. Show me that you love me. But, okay, sorry, I get a little excited. This bass, we chose out of all the options possible. For one reason, one of the reasons is it has a 35-inch scale length and it's a 5. We don't really like 4-string basses around here. We think 4-string basses are pussies. We think they're afraid to delve into the deep waters, the real deep waters. They're not ready for that depth, that Barry White, you know what I'm saying, that real low. Who is the man who has a bass that's lower than the other man? The 6-string. Yeah, I'm straight. So, we love these multi-use tools, these things that you can actually play chords on. Love that. So we invest in looking at our energies and finding this bass is a 35-inch scale, and because of that, you can really, it takes away that whine and that you hear in every other 5-string bass. I cannot stand Fender 5 strings. I don't like Fender 6 strings. The lower strings is the lowest string is always loose. It's always loose, and I think that the electronics here keep it as clean. It's not the same electronics as you're putting in your normal 4-string. Everything, the harmonics, everything aligns beautifully, and it's stable where it is. There were only 2 5 strings that we could find. This is the Jackson 3SV, and it was the Schecter that had 35-inch scale lengths that were being mass produced. And so we found this one to be quite, actually just slightly superior in sound. I just cut the crap out of myself. So here's the new hand in the house. Oh, I'm gonna undress her slowly, you know what I'm saying? Reveal what I want to reveal outside. Look at that beauty. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let's go, baby. Look at that. I think the finish on this is sophisticated and modern, elegant. It's like a fine granite countertop. I feel like if your mantelpiece, this could hang above your mantelpiece, especially if you had the apartment from American Psycho, with all the white and black stuff. I'm just telling you, it would be really amazing. The headstock is typical Jackson. You get that sort of hockey stick thing going. The binding around here doesn't show any flaws that I can find. The nut seems to be graphite. We're looking at Jackson's proprietary pickups, and this system here is so tanky. It's so dense, this metal that we're using, and the denser your base plate is, the more you're going to get out of harmony and the whole vibration of the bass instead of just the strings in the neck. Obviously, you got your 4 switches. If you don't know what they do, you need to pick up a bass more often. I'm not a bass player. I'm not here to sit here and go through there. You got your battery access and your plate access. Real quick. This happens real fast. You can come right out here. Even my big butt can come in here and take that. So that's how you go from passive to active, because without a battery, you don't go to active. You get the 4-bolt plate, and if you look how deep this cut is, you can definitely get your hand around there. There's not a scoop here, which I would prefer, but you get most of the way. If you look at my hand, and I have short fingers, I can get my hand around to there if I need to, or maybe even to there. You see what I'm saying? It's deep enough for my big paws to get over here with my stumpy fingers. So I have big palm, little finger syndrome. That's just what it is. And yeah, this thing is just not even in tune, you can tell. But when I vibrate this, I feel everything moving. So there it is, the Jackson JS3V. Is it J3SV? I don't know. I'm not good with these things. But you'll find it out because I wrote it in the doobly-doo, and that's how it works.